Good afternoon, Pippins fans, and welcome into Pippins pregame. I'm Harmon Johnson, your voice of the Yakima Valley Pippins, and last night was a fun one. The Pippins in control the entire game, taking a shutout into the ninth inning over the Portland Pickles, beating Portland for the first time since June 26, 2024. The final score last night was 9-4. Austin Dillon went 6 shutout innings on the hill, and the offense was hot early on. Let's take a look at how they did it in last night's recap.
Line shot into the gap. This is down and past the diving Malt. All the way to the warning track. Mendoza flying into second. He's not stopping. AJ will slide into third with a one-out triple. Foul tip caught. Strikeout number 2 for Austin Dillon. 5 or 6 of his 8 games have been multi-hit. Here's a rope down the left field line. Garcia, keep it fair. It is gone. A 9-game hitting streak for Luis Garcia. And it's 1-0 Yakima Valley. The other way, down for a hit. O'Neal scores easily. Here comes Malachi. 3-0 Yakima Valley. An RBI single for Tyson Miller. Maybe for Austin Dillon's sake to allow him to go out and pitch the 5th. Here's a ball fair down the line and into the Pippins bullpen. All 3 runs are going to try to score. Nick stumbling his way to the plate. A bases clearing double for Parker Burt. 7-0 Yakima Valley. Trying to work through 6 and exit with the lead. He's got 2 strikeouts and only 1 walk issued. The pitch. Wave and a miss. Austin Dillon punches out 3 on 98 pitches. What an outing for the Pippins starting pitcher. 0-2, Robinson looking for his first punch out tonight. He'll get it. McNeil chases above the top shelf. 1 away here in the 8th. Bags full, nowhere to put McKay. Sayonara! Back-to-back strikeouts for Wyatt Robinson. A 4th payoff pitch. The runners take off. It's in play out to Jay. He has it. The throw. Robinson strands the bases loaded. The shutout still intact, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Jay teeing this one out towards center field. We'll see if it's deep enough to score Nick. Pretty shallow for Malt. Nick's going to try to score, and he will do so. 9-0 Yakima Valley. A sacrifice fly by Jay O'Neal provides just a little bit more insurance. On the ground, Mendoza, the backhand, the bullet for the first time since 2024. Yakima Valley takes down the Portland Pickles.
The Pippins are going for the series victory today as we have an earlier start time for this movie night at the ballpark. We'll be back with starting lineups and a chat with Pippins head coach Kyle Crestangel in just a moment. You're watching Pippins pregame. Down on the field during batting practice with Pippins head coach Kyle Crestangel. Coach, June 26, 2024, you were the head coach the last time that these Pippins beat the Portland Pickles. You got the job done last night. What's the reaction after Saturday's events?
Yeah, it was a good quality win. I told the guys, I like how we've played baseball the last 2 days, even on air yesterday, coming off of a loss on Friday. I liked how we at least approached the game. We were in it for 9 innings. The offense kept going. Yesterday, we talked about needing to get to a hot start and get a lead and play with the lead, and we did that. I thought the game really changed. It was 4-0, but, Parker comes up with 2 strikes. Hits a ball down the line that clears the bases to go up by 7. And that just really felt like kind of the last dagger. Even though it was still kind of mid-game, you just kind of felt the dugout, both dugouts, just one kind of deflated and one really felt like the win was going to happen. But I liked the start we got. The guys out of the bullpen were sharp. Defense was pretty sharp. You put all 3 phases together, this team can go. It was nice for us to be able to save Nate. He's in full today, and save Witt. We had to use Wyatt and Cisco, but we have 2 big pieces in the bullpen. Need to get a quality start, but again, you're going to see us kind of shuffling pitchers around quickly. Little short leashes. pitches. Playoff baseball. We have an off day tomorrow, so it truly is a playoff game for both of us. A win today for us is huge. A win for them today is also huge. So two teams that are probably looking to definitely play a playoff-type baseball game. Should be a fun one. I like for the same recipe. Go out there and get a lead early, have quality pitches that we did a much better job executing. I feel like everything we talked about on air yesterday came to fruition in the game, and we liked our results at the end.
Your pip to click yesterday was Luis Garcia. Good pick, by the way. 9-game hitting streak for him. He extended that with a solo home run. What kind of energy does he bring to this team?
Gosh, as I said yesterday, he can do it all. He can impact on the bases. He can impact leaving the yard. He can impact with 2 or 3 big hits. He's had, I don't know how many 3-hit games or more, but there's got to be a couple of them in there. He has a 4-hit game. He can also go in center field and make a crazy web gem. So he's just a guy that anywhere he is, whether he's doing one thing well or one thing not well, the other two can be a spark plug and go win the game. And he's been a spark plug lately. He's on base, and the arm plays in the outfield, and he's played a great center field since he's kind of got put out there. But again, I look for him to continuously, if we're going to continue to win a lot of baseball games, you're going to see a lot of Garcia hopefully on the post-game interviews for player of the games, because he can really impact everywhere.
Austin Dillon went 6 innings shutout yesterday. That was a sigh of relief for him, picking up his second win on the season. Speak to his pitching performance.
Yeah, I thought he had a little bit of an edge yesterday. I think he's given us a lot of quality starts. As a guy I really trust to get through the 5 to 6 inning mark. He's got pitchability. But gosh, there was something there last night. I think he, whether it was against Portland or he felt like it needed to be a must win to get to today, he put us on his back, and he had some emotion. It was nice to see him in full compete mode. And I felt like, when a pitcher sets the tone, the ball goes through their right or left hand. When the pitcher's out there competing as hard as he can, and showing positive emotion to the dugout and the team on big outs, it becomes contagious. And I feel like he literally was the catalyst. It was the spark. He led to a flame and kind of led to the fire on the offensive side. So I think pitchers that saw that performance can really see how much truly you set the tone. And for how it was positive yesterday, it can very quickly be negative, one side or the other. So, gosh, what a fantastic start and a big moment, big game yesterday. I know there's still a lot of baseball to be played, but, as we're getting down to these last, 16 games, each game is a big game, and each chance to win a series is a big opportunity. So, someone's leaving the game today with an opportunity, and someone's putting themselves in a much better situation than before the game started, and hopefully it's going to be us today. I like what we have on the mound, I like the bullpen, I like how the offense has been going. I think, we're in a good shot for it to leave the yard and for it to be us.
You have a lot of options to pick to click today, so who is the Pippin to click today?
I'm going to go with Brand Stone. We got a couple injuries today. Daichi's going to be down just due to quad and hamstring unless it's a pinch hit late. Mendoza's down today. He's day-to-day. He should be back on Tuesday. We're going to go with Stone. His BP's been loud. I think he can really impact the game offensively. I think he'll do a good job defensively as well. But I think if he can piece together a nice game offensively, I think the other pieces are a little bit more proven. If he can get on base 2-3 times and have a loud hit, I think that could really change the game. So I'm going to go the local boy, East Valley. I'm sure the crowd will like to hear his name in the starting lineup for a league game. It's been well-deserved.
All right, Brandon Stone, the Pip to click. Coach, good luck tonight.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
We've got starting lineups coming up next. This is Pippin's pregame. And now it's time for the starting lineup for your Yakima Valley Pippins, as announced by Pippins head coach Kyle Crestangel. Leading off and playing left field, number 3, Tyson Miller. Batting second and playing center field, number 15, Luis Garcia. Batting third, the third baseman, number 17, Nick Velasquez. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 25, Parker Burt. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 7, Jay O'Neill. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 13, Levi Sotomayor. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 40, Malachi Emery Henderson. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 4, Trey Godoy. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 9, Brandon Stone. Again for Yakima Valley, Miller, Garcia, Velasquez, Burt, O'Neill, Sotomayor, Emery Henderson, Godoy, and Stone. The starting pitcher today is Jake Cumming. We'll get you his numbers when we get back. That's the Pippin starting lineup. First pitch is next. Thanks for joining us on Pippin's pregame.
Two and two. Ellis needs to dial one in. Tension building here at Yakima County Stadium. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball game over. 2-1 victory. Pippins over Sweets. First pitch, a high drive out towards right. Back goes Chavez. He's looking up. Bye-bye baseball. Grand slam. Dylan Anderson. Bring him home and touch him all. He's been here all summer, and it finally pays off. That was all we needed. 2-1, the final score, and we get ready for fireworks as a happy bunch. Happy Sunday, Pippins fans, and welcome back to the Orchard as we get ready for Game 3 of this 3-game series with the Portland Pickles. Yakima Valley taking Game 2 last night. It was a fun one. Final score was 9-4. I'm your voice of the Pippins, Harmon Johnson, back for the second season. The second season's starting to wind down as Portland and Yakima Valley battle it out for a playoff spot. With a win today, Yakima Valley could move within a half game of fourth place, which would put them even closer to the playoff hunt that they are hoping for. As we take a quick look at the standings before we get into the starting lineups, you take a look, Walla Walla at 24-17. They're commanding the way both in the second half of the season and in the overall standings. Richfield finally got a win in the second half. They're 1-10 in the second half of the season. And then the race for the playoff spots, Corvallis, Portland, and Yakima Valley. Corvallis playing Walla Walla tonight, 20-18 on the season. Portland 1 game less than Corvallis at 19-18. And the Pippins 18-20. Yakima Valley still has 6 games against the Corvallis Knights yet to go, and then a 3-game series down in Portland to end the summer. And so there's a lot of ground that can be lost and made up at the same time. A win today gives you the tiebreaker over the Pickles until that final series. And so you just have to win today, take care of business against Walla Walla on the midweek of this upcoming next 6 games, and then hopefully take 2 out of 3 against Corvallis to solidify yourself in that top 4. Yakima Valley going to be dressed as the Los Hernandez Tamales tonight. They're 1-1 in those alternate uniforms, which feature one of Union Gap's and the Yakima Valley's most iconic foodstuffs, the Los Hernandez Tamales. They're selling the Los Hernandez products down in the concession stands here at the ballpark, and it's sure to be a fun night. We've got a post-game movie to follow. Angels in the outfield going to be on the field after we sign off from the broadcast. The Pippins on the summer, 18-20, looking to get within a game of being 500. Again, they have that trip to Walla Walla coming up this coming week, and then Corvallis is in town to start off the final homestand of the summer. Hard to believe that this is the last game of the second-to-last homestand. The summer has flown by, the All-Star break has come and gone, and after today, it'll be 15 games. That is it, all the way down to the potential postseason. Yakima Valley hoping to be back in the playoffs for the first time since the early part of this decade. It's a warm day. It's a sunny day. People still filing in as they anticipate a movie after this 5:35 scheduled first pitch. Temperatures sitting at 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Very little breeze, and the humidity very low. We're in an extreme heat watch coming this next week, and so we're going to try to get baseball in today and then cool off on Monday before we hit the road for Walla Walla. We're going to break for the national anthem. The Camerata Club about to sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Events, and they will this evening sing our nation's anthem.
Say does the stars
It's time for baseball here at Yakima County Stadium. The Los Hernandez Tamales for the third time this summer, getting ready to take on the Portland Pickles. On the mound, trying to win the series for Yakima Valley, will be Jake Cumming, the right-hander out of Fernley, Nevada. On the season, that 1-2 record. But Jake from Coppin State working on getting over the hump. His last start was only 2 innings. It was against Walla Walla. He gave up 7 runs. That's the most he's given up in an outing. And he simply just got hit around down there at Borleski Stadium. He was throwing strikes, but Walla Walla's bats seemed to have an answer for every pitch that coming through. And so we will see what he can do today against these Portland Pickles under the direction of Jim Hopple. First season as the head coach. Masa Chilcutt is back in the lineup today. He is batting leadoff and playing third base. Cody Nidowitz is playing left field again. Kai Malt back in center. M.D. Connor cleaning it up at first base. Elijah McNeil again at short. Luis Castillo's the designated hitter today. Brady McKay is at second base. Tyson McGroarty is the catcher today. And Caleb Duncan is the right fielder. Jim Hopple's squad coming into this game 19-18. They're 8-5 in the second half and sitting in a good spot if you're looking for Portland to try to make it back to the playoffs. Yakima Valley trying to prevent that and knock the Pickles, who were the champions in 24 and the runner-ups in 25, out of postseason play. Yakima Valley's defense today behind Jake Cumming. You've got Tyson Miller in left, Luis Garcia in center field. Malachi Emery Henderson is in right. Nick Velasquez back at the hot corner. Brandon Stone, the local kid, is making his first start at shortstop tonight for Yakima Valley. Jay O'Neill back at second, and Levi Sotomayor is at first. Parker Burt doing the catching for Jake Cumming. You might have heard it in the pregame interview, but if you weren't here that early on the stream, then you did not hear Coach Crustangel say that Daichi Furuhata is day-to-day with some quad and hamstring soreness, and A.J. Mendoza is getting a day off today. He's just a little sore, having played every game since getting here to Yakima. The Tamales and the Pickles, Yakima Valley trying to win the series against Portland. First pitch of the ball game is delivered for a strike at 5:34 p.m. here in the Palm Springs of Washington. Weather conditions at the Orchard, very warm and very sunny. Most of the crowd is huddled up over on the third base line, trying to stay in the shade. Burt might get, or rather O'Neill might get a chance. He will put it out. 2 pitches, 1 out for Jake Cumming. That's a good start if you're Yakima Valley. Jay O'Neill had a chance last night to put the game away, but it was on the ground to Mendoza. You think back to the 8th inning, and Jay, who normally is an outfielder, coming into second base and making a nice play with the bases loaded to keep the shutout intact at the time. So Masa Chilcutt grounds out. And the first pitch is a strike to Cody Nidowitz. The official first pitch temperature was 90 degrees and sunny. And now, what's the discussion going on here with our umpire, John Perry Schofield? Did Nidowitz potentially call time and burn one of Portland's offensive timeouts? Batters aren't allowed to just step out of the box and call time for themselves anymore. It does get charged to the team. Changeup spiked by Jake Cumming. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cody Nidowitz from Portland. Also played at UC Santa Barbara, batting .305 for the Pickles. Strike on the outer part of the plate to Nidowitz. The count moves to 1-2. The official wind speed registering from the National Weather Service is 0. I don't think I've ever been at a baseball game where there was no wind at first pitch. You also know it's that time of the year when the upcoming forecast for tomorrow says it's going to be patchy smoke in the air. Some of the fires around North America starting to swirl into Washington. The count now full to Cody Nitowitz. I know there were some fires burning down in Oregon that had some smoke drift up into Canada. Of course, the Canadian wildfires affecting the Atlantic coast. Payoff is a fastball outside. There's a one-out walk drawn by Cody Nitowitz. Brings up Kai Molt from UC Davis. Yakima Valley going to be on the road down in Walla Walla, but the temperature is likely going to be very similar. But Tuesday through Thursday, temperatures expected to be 100, 102, and 101. Jake missing downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Cumming can go 90 to 93 with the fastball. Then he has a changeup and a breaking ball as well. Got the first out on 2 pitches, and Nitowitz standing at first after the walk. Out of play, foul. Very sparse crowd over on that first base side. Like I said, everybody taking in the shade over on the third base side. We started an hour earlier than we have the last, has to be around 8 games here at the Orchard. Trying to think back when our last Sunday early afternoon game was. Everything else has been midweek at 6:35. Runner takes off. Good pitch to run on, a breaking ball. Strong throw from Bird. It gets into center field. No advance by Nitowitz. He'll have second base stolen. 2 balls and 1 strike. This was a breaking ball high and tight. That's why I said it was a good pitch to run on. Parker having to deal with the batter and the slower velocity of the pitch. Jay just couldn't quite get leather on that ball. Luckily, Garcia was backing up the play and did not allow a further advance. Three balls and 1 strike here to Kai Molt. Coming on the summer, including a non-league outing, 19 walks, 27 strikeouts. Pippins were very good at not allowing free passes last night. Bouncer for Nick. This is fair. This is out number 2. Nifty play by Velasquez, fielding that ball right before it crosses the line. No advance by Nitowitz, 2 down. This was very close to being a foul ball when Velasquez fielded it. Perry Schofield saying that that was right on the line when the leather touched it. So 2 down for MD Connor. Good block by Parker Burt. Connor from South Alabama batting .276 for the Portland Pickles. .21 hits for Connor. 1 of them is a double. 3 of them are home runs. We've only seen 1 home run per side in this series. Nitowitz hit a bomb that brought home 3 in the 7th inning of Friday night's game, and then Luis Garcia with the solo home run yesterday in the 2nd inning. Here's a shot to Malachi, but it will hang up for out number 3. A 1-out walk does not come around to hurt Yakima Valley. The Tamales swinging the sticks for the first time when we get back.
Who are our racer slash runner in tours today?
Tonight we've got Camden and Claire, brother and sister. Looks like we are both ready to go. We got Camden over here in the red ball, Claire over there in the blue. Scotty's hanging out in the middle. You guys ready? On your marks. Get set, go. They're off. Coming around.
Party foul.
First one of the, oh, Scott T's getting in there early. Oh. He's back up. Blair, it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Claire is across and she will be our winner tonight. Give it up for Claire Canton, folks. A little help from Scott, he never hurts, right?
Jonathan Cannon, we're finishing your race with a flat tire. That was impressive.
Bottom of the first inning, Los Hernandez Tamales coming up to hit for the first time. They will be facing off against the Portland Pickles pitcher Cameron Fawcett. Fawcett spelled F-A-U-S-S-E-T from USC. On the season, 0-3 with a 6.75 ERA. He has started 3 of the 5 games he's appeared in league play. Only 13 1/3 innings pitched, 8 walks to 7 strikeouts for Fawcett. Pitching today for the Pickles. He will be facing Tyson Miller, Luis Garcia, and Nick Velasquez for the Los Hernandez Tamales. And if you've ever wondered where some of the uniform inspiration came from for Yakima Valley, just take a look at Portland's uniforms that they're wearing today. You can see the Portland Pickles kind of over top of each other, and then the WCL logo in the middle. And then if you look at Los Hernandez jerseys today to go along with the Yakima Valley version of that Portland uniform, they're very similar. And the Pickles wearing those navy pants, Yakima Valley wearing the green pants today. So again, if you've ever wondered where the inspiration come for that set of uniforms, there it is. Obviously, the Tamales jersey is just a little bit different, but Yakima Valley does have one that is almost identical to the one that the Pickles are wearing today. Fawcett ready to go as the first pitch misses at 90 miles an hour. So we've got a couple of hard-throwing righties on the hill today. Fawcett, including non-league action, 10 runs given up, a 6.75 ERA, 13 1/3 innings pitched. Tapper, look what I found. Fawcett able to recover, PFP for out number 1.
Batting second tonight, the center fielder, number 15. Please welcome.
Nice play out there by Fawcett, falling off towards the first base side. 1 down, both pitchers get the first out in the first 2 pitches. Luis Garcia on a 9-game hitting streak, trying to extend that to double digits today. Would be the second time a Pippin had a double-digit hit streak this season. That fastball at 92 from Fawcett. Have not seen Cumming get to 92 yet today. He did have one at 91, though. Couple of flamethrowers on a hot afternoon. 1 ball and 1 strike to Garcia. Lewis on the summer, batting .323. 42 hits, 11 doubles, and 2 home runs after last night. Could not stop his swing. The count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking pitch, strike 3. Garcia wasn't ready for the change of pace after seeing 3 straight fastballs. 2 away for Nick Velasquez.
Let's bring some big Nick energy for Nick Velasquez.
Velasquez, after the All-Star game on Wednesday, has had a good return back to Yakima Valley, a couple of hits. 2 for 5 on Friday night, 1 for 3 last night with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. First pitch he sees is laced into center field for a hit. Velasquez, all 3 games back since the All-Star break with a knock.
Cleaning up for the Tamales tonight, your catcher, Number 25.
94, right back where it came from. That pitch came in at 93. That's the fastest we've seen from Fawcett tonight. So now here's Parker Burt. With the velocity of Fawcett, he better be selective on his location to Parker. Below the zone with a fastball for ball one. Parker on the season batting .356. 42 hits, 9 of them doubles, 4 of them long balls. That one caught the bottom of the zone, even count. If Parker can run into a fastball, it'd be like hitting a teddy bear with a Mack truck. Nick leaning the wrong way, but he is back in time. Very close play over at first. Velasquez nearly picked off. Count still 1-1 here to Burt. Nick's taken off. The changeup was smothered in the dirt, and so there'll be no throw. Man in scoring position for Parker Burt. Yakima Valley trying to score early, like they did last night, got 4 in the second inning. During the Ridgefield series, before the All-Star break, the Pippins scored 3 runs in the first inning of all 3 games. Trying to get back to those type of ways. Right to first, and Connor able to stab it before it got under his legs. Pippins leave one at second base, and we go to the second. Los Hernandez Tamales taking the field.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases, old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Here's a look around the West Coast League today, Sunday, July 19th. Most everybody off tomorrow. A lot of games already completed today, including all 4 games in the North Division. Wenatchee taking on Victoria. The Apple Sox came out on top. Kelowna beat Nanaimo tonight. Kamloops falling to Bellingham. And then the Port Angeles Lefties taking Game 3 of what was originally a 3-game series. It became Game 4. I should say that was Game 4 of a 4-game set. They had a doubleheader yesterday to make up a game that was played in Edmonton that got rained out. And so Port Angeles taking 2 of the games in that series. Everything in the South is in progress right now. The Lefties now with 10 wins on the season. Jake Cumming missing outside. I am just now noticing that on the back of our pitching mound, there's a Scott T head. 2 balls and no strikes. Too bad we can't zoom in with the center field camera. It's stuck out there. Nobody's operating it, but there's a Scott T watermark over by the rosin bag. Ethan Salscheider and the pitchers have been making the mound look really pretty. Three balls and no strikes. That is amazing. Good artwork by the pitching staff. There's a strike from Cumming. It's 3-1. Elijah McNeil, the shortstop for Portland. He's batting .235 with the Pickles. Shot down the line, but foul. The count back to full after Jake Cumming was behind 3-0. Jake looking for that first strikeout tonight. With the velocity, obviously high strikeout potential. Went with a breaking ball, strike 3. Slow him down after speeding him up. 1 away here in the second inning. Brings up Luis Castillo, designated hitter for the Pickles. Did not play yesterday, coming out of Arkansas, Little Rock, and Santo Domingo of the Dominican Republic. Foul tip for strike 1. Only about half as many games as Castillo had last year. He played in 39 games for Portland in 2025. Only 16 so far here in 2026. He's got the same number of home runs, though. Very dangerous hitter. Jake going outside on both pitches so far to Castillo. 2 of those 6 home runs last year came at this ballpark, both of them out towards Pacific Avenue. Hopefully the folks over there had some insurance in case the ball bounced off the street into their window. They were very sharply hit. One ball and 2 strikes in this count, though. Castillo, in game 1 of this series, was 1 for 5 with an RBI single in the 9th inning. That made it a 4-run game. Jake trying to go back-to-back on the punch-outs.
Everybody stomp your feet. Can we stomp them any louder?
Cumming seems to be going with more of a change-up breaking ball mix versus the fastball. I've seen a lot of pitches registering 80 to 82. What does he bring to Castillo in an even count? That one at 80, just missing. So the count's full. Castillo on the season, 16 strikeouts. 1 for every game he's played in. How about 17 for 17? Parker going to have to race to get this to the bag. He will not be able to. So it does go down as the second strikeout for Cumming, but it's a wild pitch that allows Castillo on at first. Only 1 away. Brady McKay has been good in this series. The second baseman for Portland came in defensively and then got his first at-bat in the 4th inning of Friday night's game, getting a double. He ended up going 2 for 4 that night. And then yesterday, 3 for 5 with 3 singles and 2 RBI. Cumming reared that one in at 93. So maybe the strategy to Castillo was stay away from the fastball in case he runs into one, similar to how Parker Burt you would pitch to. That pitch at 86, more of a cutter type movement. A baseball gets away from the Portland bullpen and trickles onto the infield. Koshiro Ono was really making sure play got stopped. Almost froze Brady McKay with that breaking ball. Instead, the count is 1-2. Castillo the man at first after the drop third strike. Tracking towards the stands. This ball is into GA. That kid's got 3 of them now. He had 2 in his left hand, and he picked up the one that just fell with his right. Today would be a decent day to be a ball bandit. There's really nobody sitting up the first base line. Another ball gets away from the bullpen. Portland needs to solidify their backstop down there. Koshiro Ono, pretty wild. Wave and a miss. 3 strikeouts in the inning, only 2 gone. Jake Cumming. Another changeup there by Jake. And now Tyson McGroarty, the 3rd catcher to work during this weekend series, getting his first hacks as a Portland Pickle. .91 from Jake. McGroarty from Warrenton, Oregon. He stands at 5'11", 200 in that right-hand batter's box. Does not have any stats yet with Portland. 2 balls and no strikes. McGroarty from Lynn Benton Community College. He batted .253 in 25 games. Jake in danger of losing the opposing catcher and bringing the number 9 hitter, Caleb Duncan, to the plate. Three balls and no strikes. Time going to be called here. I think McGroarty trying to figure out what the count is. Now the umpire is going to get together and make sure they know what the count is. Our scoreboard out in left says 2-0. Our scoreboard on the stream says 3-0. Yeah, it is 3-0. Shea and Marcos were right. Folks to the booth to our right are wrong. First strike thrown of the at-bat. 3-1. McGroarty's last outing was against Lower Columbia College, as here's a bouncer foul off of his body. Jake has worked all the way back to full in the count. And now he has a chance for a very rare feat in baseball. First the foul ball. You see this one come right off of his arms a little bit. A little bit of a stare down by our home plate umpire, John Perry Schofield, towards the Portland dugout. They didn't think that that was foul. Cumming trying to strike out 4 in 1 inning, one of the rarest feats in baseball. Runner takes off with the full count. The pitch is just outside. Very close on that 92-mile-an-hour heater.
We are getting ready to get dizzy with Drew and Albert's trying themselves here in the middle of the inning.
So 2 men are aboard. Now the third base coach for Portland having some words for our home plate umpire. Appearingly not satisfied with how John Perry Schofield is calling the balls and strikes. Here is Caleb Duncan. 1 ball and no strikes as Cumming misses with the breaking ball. Have not noticed much animosity in this series. This, of course, comes after the Ridgefield series here at home when Yakima Valley lost Jay O'Neill. In the series before that, 3 Pippins players were ejected along with Alan Cox of the Bend Elks down at Vince Guinness Stadium over the 4th of July weekend. Things have calmed down since. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and again, Jake is set up for a pretty rare feat. Caleb Duncan for the Portland Pickles, batting .316. He's out of Wichita State. Two men on for Portland. The 1-2 is just a touch low. Jake having to work hard through these first 2 innings. He's about to throw his 44th pitch. Castillo's the man at second. This pitch bounces in. Parker didn't know where it was momentarily, but Castillo did not take off. The count full again. Portland's runner's going to get a head start. McNeil, Castillo, and McKay all struck out. Castillo reached on a wild pitch, and then McGroarty walked. Line shot towards left. This will drop and go all the way to the wall on a bad hop over Miller. 2 runs will score. Here comes Duncan trying for the inside. The Parker, the throw to the plate, and he will be out. Nice relay by Yakima Valley. They give up the lead, but fail to keep the score 0-0. Not the best read by Tyson out in left. It hopped over his body. 2-0 Portland going to the bottom of the second.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Bottom 2 here at the Orchard, Yakima County Stadium. The Pickles lead it by 2. Defense behind Cameron Fawcett. You've got Nidowitz in left, Malton center, and Duncan in right. Chilcutt is at third after playing second on Friday. McNeil back at short, McKay at second, MD Connor at first, and McGroarty doing the catching for the Pickles.
They got a 2 RBI triple by Caleb Duncan, and then he tried to turn it into an inside the park home run. But a relay from Miller to Stone to Burt got out number 3. And so it could have been a huge swing in momentum for the Pickles with that inside the park home run. You never know what kind of chatter you can get after that. Here's Jay O'Neill, Levi Sotomayor, and Malachi Emery Henderson for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Playing tonight is the Los Hernandez Tamales. That top of the second inning was kind of odd. You had the drop third strike, wild pitch that allowed Castillo aboard. And then you end up with a triple that falls a base shy of an inside the park home run thanks to a good relay after a misplay out in left field. And now McGroarty has an issue with his catcher's mitt. Changing out the equipment. Jay O'Neill on the season for Yakima Valley. Batting .243 with 4 home runs. Kind of forget about Jay's home runs, but his first 2 of the season were in the same inning. Way back before the All-Star break. Then he hit his most recent against the Ridgefield Raptors, which tied the game at the time. That was a week ago if you were on Thursday. It's a 3-0 count to O'Neill, trying to get a man on immediately. Automatic strike. O'Neill playing second base again for Yakima Valley. Normally an outfielder, but with Daichi Furuhata and AJ Mendoza having some injuries, then O'Neill moves to the infield. Shallow fly for Nidowitz over towards the line. He puts it away. 1 down here in the second frame.
Now then, the first baseman, number 13. Please welcome Levi Sotomayor.
Levi Sotomayor playing first base again today. He has found a home over there at position number 3. Native of Reno, Nevada, batting .329. This is game number 20 if you include the non-leagues for Levi. One hit apiece for both sides. 2 runs on the board for Portland. That triple was their first knock. Jay O'Neill worked the count to 3-0 and then ended up flying out a couple pitches later. Sotomayor ahead in the count here, looking for a different result. Out towards center, a can of corn for Malt. Barely had to move. A couple of early outs here made by Cameron Fawcett. That'll bring up Malachi Emery Henderson with 2 outs. Malachi for Yakima Valley, batting .198. 17 hits for Malachi. He's got 3 home runs to his name. Out towards left center. Nidowitz back, but he has got it. Couple of flyouts to left and 1 to center, and the Pickles right back on offense. We go to the 3rd.
My experience at West Coast League was fun. You know, it was a big difference going from California over there to Walla Walla, Washington. And the crowds were actually really good for such a small town. They really showed up for us, and and everybody was very welcoming. It was an awesome experience.
How much does speed play a factor in your game here?
Oh, it's a huge factor. Ball in the gap or just even a C&I single. If you get out of the box good, you can even try and stretch to a double sometimes.
Durant hits that hard into the gap.
Here goes Durant. He's blazing around second. Into third. It's a 2-run triple.
Jaron Durant, a triple to the gap in right center.
For me, that summer was about embracing like new teammates and embracing new challenges because, you know, you're seeing different types of pitchers and really fast paced, a lot of bunting, some new positions, new skills. Kind of helps with like leadership and like getting to know guys, and it was a good development for me in a lot more aspects than I expected. That was some of the best coaching staff that I've had. Back then I was a second baseman, you know, I thought if I just played really good second base, I'd be able to stay there, but they better use me in the outfield, which is awesome. You know, I'm loving it now.
On the defensive side, you've been making some pretty good plays. You've been playing really all over the field now.
Hit coming on Durant, diving ahead, he's got it.
What can he do at this point? Wow, changing the game both offensively and defensively, that's huge.
JD's one of my best friends in the organization. He's just such a hard worker. He's super intense on the field, but he's completely different off of it. He's really laid back, relaxed, loves to have fun, brings such a good rapport and demeanor to the clubhouse. There's so many great things to say about him and the way that he goes about his business.
Top three here at Yakima County Stadium. A little bit earlier of a start than we're used to. 5:35 p.m. first pitch. Post-game movie to follow. Angels in the outfield will be shown on the field. So if you're in town and you're watching and you want to come out, be sure to come by, and we'll have the concessions open for you when you get here. You can take in the movie. Going to be a nice night after a warm day today. Masa Chilcutt backed away on that first offering from Jake Cumming. Pickles coming off of a second inning when they scored 2 runs and only 1 hit. That triple that was almost an inside the park home run as Jake nearly eats that baseball. A line drive single for Masa Chilcutt. That could not have passed by Cumming by much. Take a look at the return fire here. Right past the numbers. That can be scary as a pitcher. Cumming having to work immediately with a man on base. Cody Nidowitz walked back in the first inning but was left stranded. Smothered by Burt. 1 ball and no strikes to the Pickles left fielder. Yakima Valley's first runs came in the bottom of the second inning in last night's game. That didn't happen tonight. Good breaking ball, even count. So it's going to have to be another come-from-behind victory. Pippins have not done well in that category as of late. All 3 games against Walla Walla were come-from-behind type scenarios that the Pippins could not overcome. They did successfully come from behind against the Ridgefield Raptors in Game 3 of that series. Walking it off in the bottom of the 10th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nidowitz. Oliver Wilday is throwing down in the Yakima Valley bullpen. Going through some light warm-up tosses right now. Coming over 50 pitches. The 1-2. Bounces away from Burt. This one will advance Chilcutt on to second. Wild pitch, the second of that variety tonight for Jake. still has 2 strikes on him, looking for a 4th strikeout tonight. Yeah, another one back up the box. O'Neill going to backhand. Strong throw to first is in time. 1 away, but a productive out for Portland as Chilcutt moves up to 3rd. Here's Kai Malt. Nice play by Jay O'Neill. Malt grounded out to Velasquez back in the 1st inning. Pippins infield playing in. Portland trying to extend their lead. You've got Chilcutt over there at 3rd base. He has only scored twice with Portland. Then again, he's only played in 4 games. Softly to right. This will drop. Chilcutt will score. RBI single for Kai Malt. (3-0) Portland as the Pickles back to the way they were Friday night. Malachi did his best to deke out Malt, but the ball did touch grass, and it is 3-0 Portland. M.D. Connor flew out to Malachi back in the 1st inning. Jake would take that again. Ball out to right usually does not advance a runner from first. Two balls and no strikes. Ethan Salscheider going to go make a visit to Jake Cumming. Gives me a chance to preview the last homestand for Yakima Valley. After the trip to Walla Walla, starting on Tuesday of this week, then the Pippins will be home against the Corvallis Knights. There's the road trip right after this weekend against Portland. And then the Knights come in for a 6:35 p.m. first pitch Friday and Saturday, and then a 5:05 Sunday game before an off day on the 27th. Then the Springfield Drifters will round out the home schedule for Yakima Valley. 28th through the 30th, Fan Appreciation Night is at 7:05 p.m. on Thursday. We'll have fireworks to follow the game. Nathaniel Carano is up and warming. You know the Pippins would rather use him with a lead, but in a close game, he might be asked to come in. First pitch after the mound visit is a strike, 2-1. Pippins do have a double play opportunity. They have not turned one in this series. They've got 30 on the season. Runner takes off, but it's foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kai Malt has to return to first base. Portland with 1 already home here in the 3rd. Now Jake just making sure Malt's not getting too aggressive of a lead. Down the left field line, the bullpen will end up with a new baseball. M.D. Connor staying alive, a couple pitches against Jake Cumming. Out towards the left center field gap. Miller back on it. There's out number 2. Malt was not tagging, so he will stay put at first. 2 away. Cumming trying to get out of the third. This ball was flown quite a ways, 342 feet. You got to get it about 365 to where Tyson was playing that ball. Here's Elijah McNeil. Struck out back in the second inning. Malt's running. Pitch inside. The throw off the mark. Stolen base for Kai Malt. Pitch was called a strike, and so it's 0-1 to McNeil. Out towards Nick, but foul. Immediately 0-2 against Elijah McNeil. Jake still looking for that 4th strikeout victim. 2 of his 3 strikeouts have resulted in outs tonight. The middle of the 3 was a wild pitch that allowed Luis Castillo aboard. So both of those runs that scored should be unearned because the strikeout would have been out number 3. Jake would have struck out the side. Check swing. Did he go? No. The ball to the backstop. Here comes Malt. The throw, Jake covering, out at the plate. Portland uber aggressive, and it's failed twice. Good relay from Burt on to Jake. And only 1 run comes across in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom half. Pippins needing some runs.
Scott Teal get center point, and one team's going to take the entire other team pass. Alrighty, on your mark. Get set. Start bowling. Ooh. Oh, the girls. Riley is taking some fire. Good job. Yeah, we got a winner. Girls rule and boys rule, or something like that. Yeah!
Bottom 3 here at Yakima County Stadium. The Pickles have tried to get a couple of extra runs across the board, but they have failed both times. First, a triple turned into a inside the park home run, and that time a wild pitch advances Malt onto 3rd, but then he's out 2-1 on the putout. Trey Godoy, Brandon Stone, and then Tyson Miller, the top of the Yakima Valley order, due up here in the 3rd as the Pippins try to crack the 0 on the scoreboard. Derek Dunbar is writing something in his pad. Both Pippins coaches have their hands up, trying to figure out what's going on. Trying to listen in down to the conversation down on the field. I think Panch is going to get an explanation over at first base by Derek Dunbar. Interesting. Don't know exactly what happened. Could be warnings, could be nothing. Cameron Fawcett here in the bottom of the third inning starts off with strike one to Trey Godoy. Trey, the designated hitter today from UCLA. 108 batting average, 4 hits for Trey in 11 games. Quickly behind 0-2. You know that Fawcett has 93 in the tank, then he pulls out an 84-mile-an-hour changeup right at the top of the zone. Left away. Didn't quite backdoor the breaking ball enough. So we've seen all of Fawcett's pitches now. What does he come with here on 1-2? Fastball out towards the deepest part of the park. Malt drifting, catching, out one. Trey gave it a ride. Unfortunately, it results in out number one. So here's the local kid, Brandon Stone, playing shortstop today for the Pippins. He's played a lot of second base when he's been in, getting a chance to captain the infield today. Watch out, his dugout just about ate that baseball. 0-1. Stone from East Valley, batting .273 for Yakima Valley in 4 games. (0-2) quickly to Stone. Brandon's got 3 hits, one of them's a double. He's also driven in 3 and scored 3 times. Breaking ball left upstairs. Not by much, but it was left upstairs. Have not seen the fastball yet to Stone. Called strike 3, top shelf. Similar spot to the last pitch, but that time John Perry Schofield says it's all right. Back to the top of the order, Tyson Miller. Grounded out to the pitcher back in the first inning. Pippins have only had 1 base runner. It was Nick Velasquez who picked up a single with 2 outs in the first inning. An 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball is very hard to pick up out of the hand, mainly because the spin rate is over 2,300 RPM. For those that don't understand spin rate, that is high. Line drive to McNeil, caught. Another quick inning for Cameron Fawcett as we are through the first third of the ball game. Middle innings are next here at the Orchard.
I was scheduled to go to the West Coast League out of high school, and then the draft happened, so there was a slow process deciding whether to sign or not, and then eventually I didn't. My whole senior year, I was like, oh yeah, summer will be cool. I was nervous for it, but I was also very excited. The group of guys that we had there was special. You know, I was jumping into a new group of kind of older guys. Most of them were a year or 2 older than me. It was really good for me being like a younger player. They kind of showed me the ropes of what college baseball and summer ball was about, and really helped me through that whole process.
First pitch, McLean, deep center!
I think hitting with bats every day was different. Playing every day that consistent was different for me. Coming from high school, the competition was good. It was a good introduction to Pac-12 baseball. You got guys throwing every day who are top of the rotation guys in college, Friday night guys, Saturday night guys, and get to face that as a senior going into a freshman year was really an advantage for me because it really made me get better and realize I need to get better quick. But it was a lot of fun. You know, everyone in Bellingham welcomed me with open arms, and it was a great first summer ball experience. I couldn't ask for anything more. My host family was so awesome. I mean, the Ayers, I still talk with them like weekly, maybe once every 2 weeks, to form that connection, that relationship that I still have with them and other teammates. I'll remember those for the rest of my life. Bellingham fans, thank you guys for always supporting me. I really appreciate it. You guys made it special for me.
The man who just made the catch out at shortstop, Elijah McNeil, will dig into the batter's box with a fresh count. He was standing in when Kai Malt tried to score on a wild pitch from second base. And so McNeil, who struck out back in the second inning, has new life with a fresh count. Jake coming out for his fourth inning of work. He's got 65 pitches to his name. Foul tipped, 1 ball and 1 strike. McNeil yesterday for Portland going 1 for 5 with an RBI single in the 9th inning. The day before, batting in the 9-hole, went 2 for 5 with 2 RBI, 1 on a double and 1 on a single. Three balls and a strike. Cumming has been working in quite a few 3-ball counts today, a few more than I'm sure he'd tell you he wants. Only 3 hits given up, though. Ball 4, the walk drawn by McNeil. That's 3 free passes issued tonight for Jake Cumming to go along with 3 hits and 3 strikeouts. 3 is a magic number, but right now that's a magic number for Portland as they lead 3-0. Nathaniel Carano has grabbed a baseball and appears to start throwing along with Oliver Wilday down there. (0-1) to Luis Castillo. Cumming did not show Castillo a fastball at all in the first at-bat. Starts him off with a fastball here in at-bat number 2. Another heater, that one's down low. Castillo struck out back in the second inning, but reached after a wild pitch put him aboard. Runner takes off from first. Castillo deep out towards right field. Malachi looking, and it's off the wall. McNeil going to round third. He will be sent to the plate. Here's the relay from Jake. McNeil falls down. Now they're going to get into a rundown. Burt on to Velasquez. On to Cumming. Out at the plate. A third Portland Pickle has been gunned down at home plate. Castillo ends up at third. There's 1 out. This is 9-4 to 2, then to 5, and then to 1. Infield in for Yakima Valley. That goes down as a double for Castillo, and then advancing to third on the throw home. Bouncer foul, it's quickly 0-2. So again, if you're scoring with us, 9-4, 2-5-1, the put out at home plate. Staying alive is Brady McKay. Hard to believe that in 4 innings, 3 Portland Pickles have been out at home plate. Duncan in the 2nd inning, Malt in the 3rd inning, and now a strikeout wild pitch. This is going to plate a run. The 2nd out is recorded. Good throw by Burt. Castillo crosses the plate. It's 4-0 Portland, 2 away here in the 4th. Another breaking ball spiked by Jake. Gets the swing and the miss he wants, and then Burt had to go chase it, which allowed Castillo to come home. One 1-0 here to Tyson McGroarty, the catcher. You do not give Brady McKay a RBI on that play, as this might end the inning. Nick bobbles the transfer. What a play over at 3rd. What a play defensively for all the Pippins defense in that top of the 4th inning. 1 run does come home, but it could have been a lot worse as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Is that a play? Is it Drew's t-shirt cannon? Who wants a free t-shirt at the Orchard
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Bottom 4 here at the Orchard, Yakima County Stadium. Cameron Fawcett out to work his 4th inning. He has only thrown, by my count, 30 pitches, and the official scoring agrees with me. He'll have to face Luis Garcia, Nick Velasquez, and Parker Burt, 2, 3, and 4 in the Pippins order. Pippins, or I should say, the Los Hernandez Tamales, trying to get on the scoreboard here in the 4th inning. Garcia struck out looking back in the 1st inning. Extended his hitting streak to 9 games with a solo bomb in the 2nd inning of yesterday's contest. Hard pitch to hit, but it's called a strike. High and tight, not the easiest to get to. So Garcia in an even count now. Late on the fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Garcia's 2 home runs on the season came against the Wenatchee Apple Sox on the 24th of June and last night. Full count now to Garcia, 91 on the radar gun for Fawcett. Garcia trying to be a leadoff base runner. Just a bit outside, and Garcia will draw the walk.
Now batting the third baseman, number 17, with his big.
A lot of close pitches for Fawcett. He fills up the strike zone. Nick Velasquez, the only hit of the day so far for Yakima Valley. A single in the first inning, and then he stole second base. Middle fastball starts us off 0-1. Fawcett took a few ticks off of it from 92 down to 89. It's always fun to watch a fireballer work, and luckily for us, we have two of them. Jake Cumming on the other side for Yakima Valley can also light up the radar gun. To this point, it's been Fawcett that's had more success. Velasquez down in an 0-2 hole. Changeup spat on by Nick. McGroarty will ditch that baseball and hand a new one onto his pitcher. Perry Schofield will, at least. Wave and a miss by Velasquez. He's down swinging.
Now batting the catcher, number
3 strikeouts for Cameron Fawcett. Nathaniel Carano continues to warm for Yakima Valley. Parker Burt could make this a little bit smaller of a lead for Portland with one swing. He's got gap-to-gap power, fouling this away for strike one. Parker has not hit a home run since the 20th against the Marion Berries. That was down in Salem. That was his first game back off of a little bit of an injury break. 0-2 to Burt. Check of Garcia. We've not seen much action on the base pads for Yakima Valley since that first inning, partially due in fact that they haven't had a base runner since that first inning. Another good block by McGroarty in his debut at the Pickles, showing why he's earned this spot. Has not let anything behind him to this point. Fawcett's been trying to get Parker to chase downstairs. Strike 2 in this at-bat was a stolen strike right at the bottom of the zone. Certainly not letting Parker see anything in the strike zone. That one stung. Parker down immediately as he fouled it very hard off of his body, and now the training staff from Multicare Orthopedics Northwest going to go and check on the Pippins catcher. This is probably one of those that Parker just needs to walk off as we take a quick look on where it got him. Training staff already back to the dugout. That looked like back foot. Right on top of the back foot. Fellow catcher, McGroarty giving Parker a quick high five. They kind of feel each other's pain in that situation. Garcia still over at first. Parker in a 2-2 count. Left it alone, and that is ball 3. Another pretty good pitch by Cam Fawcett out there on the hill. Payoff. Ball 4. A couple of walks tossed here in the 4th inning for Fawcett. Pippins continue to threaten.
Jay O'Neill.
Jay O'Neill flew out to Nidowitz back in the 2nd inning. He's got pop in his bat. He's also got some gap-to-gap power. Jay would, as much as he'd love a home run, also is really good at going to the opposite field, and Portland is giving him a huge hole. The distance between Nidowitz and Malt is sizable. First one downstairs. You see where Nidowitz is playing, more straight up, and then Malt just a touch to the pull side. That makes the hole pretty large out there by the 2nd light pole. Off of the mask or the protective gear of Perry Schofield. We saw Derek Dunbar get hit quite a bit in the gear last night. Grounder foul. Jay almost snuck it past the diving MD Connor, and it would have been extra bases.
Jay O'Neill. Jay O'Neill.
Take another look at this one.
O'Neill.
Right down the line, but on the wrong side of the bag.
Jay O'Neill.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Jay. Back up the box, a double play opportunity. McNeil onto first, and Portland has their 34th twin killing. A runner stranded at 3rd. We go to the 5th, 4-0 Pickles here at Yakima County Stadium.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Pippins All-Star pitcher Nathaniel Carano is on for the top of the 5th inning. Carano got 2 strikeouts at the All-Star game in Victoria on Wednesday, only threw around 12 pitches. And so Nasty Nate, as he's been dubbed by his dugout, getting ready to face the number 9 hitter for Portland before the top of the order comes up for a 3rd time. Jake Cumming exits after going 4 innings, giving up 4 hits and 4 runs, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. He is unfortunately in line for the loss unless the score can get back to square. For Carano on the summer, he has been one of the most reliable arms to go to for Coach Crustangel. He's got a 2.84 ERA in 25 innings, 9 games under his belt. He's 2-0 with 37 strikeouts and 7 walks. That is a crazy ratio for Carano. 2 seasons at Whitworth College. He's got a combined 72 strikeouts in that span. He's also got a combined 32 walks, and so Carano really proving he knows how to command the strike zone here in the summer. 76 pitches for Jake Cumming. And now he turns it over to Nathaniel Carano. Caleb Duncan tripled back in the 2nd inning. He tried to turn it into an inside the park home run, but he was out at home plate. Nathaniel Carano with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. That's about where he'll live, 90 to 91. And then a big sweeping breaking ball that helps him pick up those strikeouts. There's a look at the breaking ball, and it missed according to our home plate umpire, 1-1. Top of the zone's been usually a ball. Bottom has been given quite a bit. Carano plunks the first man he sees on 3 pitches. That was a breaking ball that slipped out of his hand. Back to the top of the order for the Portland Pickles. Masa Chilcutt 1 for 2. A single and a run scored back in the 3rd inning. Check to first. Duncan back in plenty of time. Portland does have a few bodies down in their bullpen. 50 pitches for Cameron Fawcett. We'll see how long he is allowed to go into this game on a hot Sunday evening. One ball and no strikes. Chilcutt was trying to bunt. Dropping to that knee, almost put the ball right on his head level. A little bit dangerous for Chilcutt. Squares again and drops it down. Up the line, foul. Chilcutt will have to return to the plate. Almost got an infield single, but this ball took a hop off of the natural surface. Long trip back for Chilcutt. He was already through the safety bag over at first by the time that Parker let that ball go foul. Duncan on the season for Portland, only 1 stolen base, but Nate being very careful with him anyway. Chilcutt out of play over towards the family zone. The count being 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carano set up for his first strikeout. Jake Cumming had 3 of them. Another one towards the family zone. This one's a little bit farther out of play. Go through the outings for Carano, and you can't help but talk about that strikeout number. A 3rd one foul off to the right side. Nate struck out 7 Ridgefield Raptors in 5 innings on the 8th of July. He struck out 8 Kelowna Falcons on the 26th of June, and before that he struck out 7 Bend Elks. Chilcutt putting up a big fight here with nobody out and a man aboard. Garcia going to have an opportunity. Only had to move back 2 steps. 1 down here in the 5th. Cody Nidowitz, a ground out and a walk today. Duncan not moving up on the fly ball, saw the ball in front of him all the way. Good start for Carano with the breaking ball. Pippins with only 1 hit. The Pickles have 4 of them, but they've had many more base runners than that. Another chance for Garcia. He has to drift back a little bit this time. 2 away. Carano hit the first batter he saw, but now he has a chance to strand him at first. Kai Malt 1 for 2 today. Singled in the 3rd inning, drove in a run, but was out at the plate after a wild pitch. Another check over towards first. We've not seen a move towards second for Duncan. A little bit of funky spin on that breaking ball. It's 1-0. One and one. This crowd is filled in over along the third base side as the game's gone along. Most of them continue to take the shelter in the shade. But again, if you're around town and you want to come see Angels in the outfield after the game, be sure to stop by. Gates will be open. Runner takes off. The throw down to second is a touch behind him. Stolen base for Caleb Duncan, only his second of the season. Another decent pitch to run on for these Pickles. Nate went with a breaking ball. Two-1 to Kai Malt. Did not mean to swing at that. Carano will take it. 2-2. Yeah, the gates will be open once this game is over as they set up the inflatable screen and we get ready to show Angels in the outfield tonight. Come grab some popcorn and enjoy it on the field. If you've never watched a movie, especially a baseball movie, on the field, it's actually a pretty fun experience. You get to sit out in the grass, kind of like a fireworks show, but it's a movie. You know it's going to be a decent amount of time out there. Another foul ball over on that right side. Man, if anybody's standing over by Hub's Grill, they might think they're in the firing zone right now. Hopefully some of those balls are coming back. We're starting to run out. That one stays in the yard. The umpires bring a bucket of baseballs from their room. They only rub up so many for each game. Hopefully we don't run into a situation where we need to rub some up in emergency. Off the elbow guard. Did he lean in? No. It knocked the elbow guard clean off of Kai Malt. He crowds the plate. We said that yesterday. He earns himself a free base. Not much protest from the Pippins. That is close. First pitch fouled away by MD Connor. That one over towards the ticket window. Into the netting. It's 0-2. Scotty Pippen has taken up residence in the front row. He's enjoying the ball game. Hard working apple right there. Connor, a tapper out towards first. Levi on to Carano. He missed the bag, according to Derek Dunbar. I thought Carano drug his foot right on top of the white part of the pillow, but the bases will be loaded with 2 away. We'll take another peek at it. Carano overran first base. By the time he secured the baseball, he was past the fielder's side of the bag. Here's Elijah McNeil. He's ahead in the count 1-0. That's an error on Carano. Strike one thrown there to McNeil. Got Luis Castillo waiting on deck if you're Portland. A pickle at every base. Back to the mound. Out towards second. Jay on the bag. Nice play by O'Neill to end the inning without giving up a run. Halfway home here at the Orchard. 4-0 Portland, the visitors.
Alrighty, guys. Let's do this by a show of hands. You think you know what we're doing? I'm going to start off with the kid is at
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Welcome back to the Orchard. Levi Sotomayor leads it off. Cam Fawcett's still out there on the hill for the Portland Pickles.
One more time. You can't go
Sotomayor flew out to center field back in the second inning. The This is Sotomayor, Emery Henderson, and Godoy. Here in this bottom half of the 5th inning, the Pippins have 1 hit. 1 ball and 1 strike. They've had 3 base runners tonight. The single by Velasquez, the walk by Garcia, and the walk by Parker Burt. But a double play took a couple of them off of the base pads in the 4th. Sotomayor off the foot of Connor. He's going to recover and take it to the bag himself. A lucky break for Portland. Any other type of bounce, and that's into right field. But it went right off of his foot and stuck underneath of him.
Number 40 to the dish, Malachi Emery Henderson.
Unfortunate luck for Sotomayor. Barreled it at 93 off of the bat. Here's Malachi. He flew out to left back in the 2nd inning. Emery Henderson from Wenatchee Valley College. Spent 2 seasons there, still looking for his next home. Another ride out to center field. This one will settle in for Malt, who has it for out number 2. Trey Godoy with 2 outs. Fawcett working on a 6-pitch inning. Trey flew out to center field to start the 3rd inning. It's just been one of those slower nights offensively for Yakima Valley that they seem to have had them all bunched together. Usually you get 1 or 2 in a week. Seems like they've come in waves. Pippins will be really hot and then really low and then really hot again. Baseball is a game all about routines. Playing every day, even routines in the day. What time you get up, what time you stretch, what time you throw for the first time, when you take your first swings. Three balls and 1 strike to Godoy, trying to become the Pippins' 4th base runner of the night. Brandon Stone waits on deck. Did he go around? The answer is no, according to our umpiring crew, and it is a walk.
Also wearing number 9, this is Brandon Stone.
Derek Dunbar in the A position, not in a great place to see this. Pitch was upstairs. So here's Brandon Stone, top of the order, waiting next. Another one upstairs from Fawcett. You like that Godoy gets on, if nothing else, to give Carano a chance to catch his breath here on a hot evening. Two balls and no strikes to Stone. Only a 4-0 game, very much still within reach for Yakima Valley. Stone on the season has drawn 2 walks to go along with his 3 hits. Three balls and no strikes. If Stone can draw the walk, Tyson will have 2 aboard. There are 2 outs. taking all the way, and it's ball 4. Make it now 4 walks for Fawcett tonight.
Number 3, Tyson Miller.
Quick visit going to be made here by the Portland Pickles. Gives me a chance to update you on scores from around the West Coast League. We already saw all of the North Division scores from today because all those games are done. But in the South Division, Ridgefield at Bend tonight after getting their first win in the second half of play. Currently leading 14-0. Maybe a little bit of frustration being worked out by the Raptors. Walla Walla currently leads in Corvallis 8-1 in the top of the 7th inning. And down in Salem, the Marion Berries lead the Springfield Drifters 1-0 in the top of the 7th inning. So, for the two people playing right now, Portland and Yakima Valley, you like the fact that Corvallis is losing because that brings everybody even closer to each other. If Yakima Valley can win, then they would all be separated by about a game to a game and a half. And with Yakima Valley still having to play Corvallis 6 times and Portland again 3 more times, you'll take that if you're the Pippins. Miller taps this back over the hill, very slow. McKay on the run. A nice play by the second baseman. Yakima Valley strands 2 more. We're through 5 here at the Orchard. 4-0 Portland.
It's wild. I mean, it's crazy. It's still hard to believe that I have that ring. I'm not sure exactly how it came about, but I had the opportunity to go up and play in Kelowna. I was really fortunate. We had a really good group of guys up there, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, we really appreciate everybody who came out and watched us play and supported us, and made that summer really special for all of us out there. It's just an awesome city you guys live in. It was an absolute blast. Playing in the West Coast League, it was a very different experience for me. I really hadn't been away from home that long. It was my first college summer league team. Most guys leave and they really are focused on the innings and getting more work in, developing a pitch. For me, it was just kind of having an opportunity to face some different hitters, and it was definitely more of a step into a professional style of play. You're playing a lot more. It's just not weekend sets. I got to put a lot of innings in my mind. I was out of the bullpen a little bit, so that was new to me. It was just a really good opportunity for me to refine all my stuff going into my sophomore year. Out of high school, I thought I was going to be a position player. If you would have told me, 10 years later I would be, pitching and being at this stage, I would have been a little surprised. I was very fortunate to get drafted. Ended up here in Houston. It's been an awesome ride here the last 3 years. It's still hard to believe that I have that ring. It's wild. I mean, it's crazy. The things that happened during those games last year are just unforgettable.
The thing about Phil is that, he's the same every day. I mean, you can't tell if he's going good or if he's going bad. That's what makes him a quality reliever. It's the fact that, his highs aren't that high and his lows aren't that low. Enjoy Phil. I think I bought him some corn one day, and I wanted to know his opinion because from where he's from, he's a corn expert.
Something has been left out in the middle of the field. Luis Castillo stealing a thumb supporter from one of his teammates. That must have been out there for the entire half inning. It was something orange that everybody just kind of looked at. He's wearing that, there you see it, on his right hand. Daniel Carano out for his second inning of work. First pitch to Castillo is a breaking ball for ball 1. Castillo, McKay, and McGroarty due up here in this 6th inning. McNeil flew out, or reached on a fielder's choice, I should say, to end the 5th. A lot of MC names. (2-0) on the infield. Stone and O'Neill. It's O'Neill. So Castillo retired. Here comes Brady McKay. On the day, 0 for 2. A strikeout in the 2nd and a strikeout in the 4th. Good start for Carano. Nate still looking for his first strikeout tonight. That's what he's better known for. He's got McKay behind in the count 0-2. Off the foot. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Carano requests a new baseball as McKay tells his third base coach he's feeling all right. Yanked a slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The folks out in right field looking to hang a 4th K for a strikeout tonight. We did not get the BOGO deal last night from Jersey Mike's. Maybe Carano and company can help him out. Nick waits for it to come down. Has to hurry. Safe. Infield single for Brady McKay. That ball was chopped just too high off of the apron. Right off the corner of home plate, it took a skyward bounce, and then by the time Velasquez could transfer it, which was a good transfer, McKay had legged it out. McGroarty takes strike 1. He walked back in the 2nd inning and scored. He grounded out to end that funky 4th inning that included a 9-4, 2-5-1 putout. Parker keeps the ball in front, counting even at a ball and a strike. Even with the sun starting to set, the warm temperature still persists here. Carano must have just missed. 2 balls and a strike. Definitely the dog days of summer right now. The playoff race heating up in the south. Temperature heating up, unfortunately, as well. Runner takes off. Parker, a strong throw. No. Stolen base. This time it goes to Brady McKay, and Coach Crustangel wants to know why that was safe. The ball definitely beat McKay to the bag. The question is was the tag not applied? We'll take a peek. Krusty not quite satisfied with the answer. Parker had a nice, strong throw. Jay must have missed the tag. Three balls and 1 strike to McGroarty. Fouled to move it to 3-2. I don't know how the first base coach for Portland is wearing a hoodie right now. Must have stronger willpower than me. Out to Levi. He'll take it to the bag himself and record out number 2. McKay moves up to third base. 9-hole hitter Caleb Duncan has been on twice today. A 2 RBI triple in the second inning. And then a hit by pitch when he was stranded back in the 5th. Wanted to swing, but did not. Nice slider. 0-1. If you're planning on going to Walla Walla with us over the week, bring some sunscreen and some water. Forecasted temperatures 102 on Tuesday, 104 on Wednesday, and 103 on Thursday. That just sounds lovely. No air conditioning here or at Borleski Stadium. Can have to bring the portable fan. Out of play, it is 1-2. It is 1-2. That's going to be a warm one. At least that's what their general manager Cody told me, was Jelly Roll's going to be in Walla Walla at some point. Called strike 3 at the knees. Nathaniel Carano with his first punch out of the night. Portland strands another. They lead it 4-0 going to the bottom of the 6th.
Gabe is going to be kicking it off with our West Casino higher or lower. There is our joker. You can split this deck wherever you would like. Right there. Alrighty, let's take that top half, throw it under there, and we are going to let you draw the first card. Let's see what we're going off of. A jack, folks. What do we think, higher or lower? I think it's pretty unanimous. Lower. Lower is the call. Let's see what it is. Oh no, a king. Gabe will not be going home with any cash tonight, but he will be going home with a free spa from our sponsor, Legends Casino. Folks, give it up for Gabe for playing with us tonight.
Fans, you can't keep the excitement going after the final round. Legends Casino featuring your favorite slots, table games, and big-time promotions. Celebrate the game with a little extra fun at Legends.
New pitcher into the game for the Portland Pickles, as stepping onto the hill in relief of Cameron Fawcett is number 8, Connor Priddy. Priddy spelled P-R-I-D-D-Y, from Stephen F. Austin, native of Lago Vista, Texas. He has pitched in 4 2/3 innings for Portland, going 1-0 in 2 games. 6 strikeouts to 1 walk, 2 hits, and no earned runs. Priddy faces Luis Garcia first. So Fawcett goes 66 pitches in 5 innings, giving up only 1 hit and only 4 base runners. Scratch that number, it was 5, but my point still stands. Fawcett had the Pippins under control during his 5 innings of work. We'll see if they can get to Priddy here and try to get on the scoreboard. Garcia 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking and a walk. He was left at third base back in the 4th inning. A stinger to center field. Malt lays out but can't get it. Garcia on at first. The first man to face Pretty reaches. Good start for Yakima Valley.
Now for your third baseman, number 17, Nick Velasquez.
A single stung off the bat at 96 that just snuck under Malt's glove. Nick Velasquez hitting with a man on and nobody out. Nick, the man with the only other hit for Yakima Valley, was back in the first inning. This game's still very much within reach. Only a 4-run difference. The largest amount of runs you can score at one time is 4. That would have to be on a grand slam or something equivalent, like a couple of errors with the bases loaded. Lewis taking off. Fastball inside, but no chance to get Garcia. The base comes out of the hole. Garcia has it stolen. Can't quite pull a Ricky Henderson. Looks like we might need to get the tool out and dig out the plug. Garcia just kicked this base out of its anchor point. If you've never seen how a base sits down in the dirt, there's a part that is compatible with that stem that Garcia is holding on to. Right now, that part that is compatible is full of dirt. Here comes Ethan Salscheider with the digger tool. It's got a long flat end and then a curved part right at the edge so that you can reach down into the base plug and scoop out whatever dirt is in there. Salsa's kind of been the mound manicure and the man that helps take care of the home plate area and the pitching mound. Now getting to do some work out at second base. Lewis really slid in there and plugged that thing up. Look at all the dirt they're pulling out of that anchor. Oh, he's using a hammer. Salsa, you're supposed to use the tool. Maybe we can't find the actual excavator. They're doing quite a bit to try to get this base to stay put. Some of the Portland players digging down in there. Looks like we got it flush. Good work by all the parties involved. I still am disappointed Salsa didn't use the actual excavation tool. Kind of made me sound like an idiot. Good work, Salsa. Velasquez is in a 3-0 count. A couple of warm-up pitches. Pretty ready to go. Taking all the way, that's strike one. There are some bases, especially in the Little League sector. You see this all the time at the Little League World Series where they have a plug that goes down into the hole, but then the base is almost kind of attached onto a little disc. 3-2. You see it all the time during the Little League World Series. The bases slide off of their anchor. And somebody would think, well, why don't you just switch the type of plug that you're using? But to each their own, whatever works. Second base is usually the only one that you see issues with, although third sometimes has issues. You usually never see a dive into first. Velasquez out towards the gap, left center field. Malt will run it down. Garcia was tagging, he will move up. Productive out for Nick Velasquez. Man in scoring position with only one out.
Now batting the catcher, number 25, Parker Burke.
Another one hit pretty hard by Yakima Valley. This was 92 off the bat. Another one of those fly balls would make this a 3-run game. Parker Burt digging in. 0 for 1 today with the ground out to first base and a walk. Parker takes one high and tight, 1 ball and 1 strike. Parker today looked pretty good in batting practice. Was going the opposite field quite a ways. Half swing, he went around. 92 in on the belt. That was more of a defensive swing than anything. Whoa, that gets in on you pretty quickly. 93 on the radar gun for Pretty. Couple of hard throwers for Portland. Two-two, this should score the run. McKay's going to concede, and the Pippins have scored. RBI ground out for Parker Burt. Makes it a 3-run contest.
Your second baseman, run rebel number 7, J.O.
So Yakima Valley's on the board, and the comeback has started to slowly turn. Base is clear with 2 away for Jay O'Neill. Out to left. Nidowitz stepping back 2 steps when he catches that very easy fly ball. 6 innings in the books. We go to the late frames, 4-1 here in Yakima.
Summer ball just, it has that romantic kind of energy. The sun's out, you get to really enjoy your summer. You're still playing baseball, something you love, but at the same time, you get those precious off days and you get to go out and hang out with your boys. And it's cool, it's really unique because you're playing with guys all over America who you would never have an opportunity to play with, but you create these really long forming friendships that, I still talk to those guys. The people that you meet is amazing, the host families that you have. We had something really special, man. It was baseball at its purest, and not only did we all love the game, we love each other, and we were playing just to play another game. It wasn't we have to win the series, it was just like we just want to play another game with each other. I played for the Corvallis Knights, home field of the Beavers, where I went to school at Oregon State. I knew a lot of guys that played there before. Nick Madrigal, I played with Adley, Zach Taylor. Playing for the Knights felt like an honor. The West Coast League is a great place to play some ball. I mean, you got some premier pitchers out there. I thought the quality of pitchers in the West Coast League was just as good as our college season. I think there's some leagues where it's just like, get your reps, get out of there, but you're there to win every single game. The coaches care, the fans care. It's a real fun environment, but competitive at the same time. Summer ball is just its own kind of beast. There's people who are just Corvallis Knights fans. I tell them, oh, excited for the Oregon State season, and, they really couldn't care less. They're all about the Corvallis Knights season, and we had a winning tradition up to that point, so they expected us to win. They have fans love their baseball. They're knowledgeable as well. We had a bunch of kids there. That was always a bunch of fun. It was definitely a really cool experience.
Top 7 already here in Yakima. Nathaniel Carano out for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch, he got a swing back up the middle. Jay will drop the baseball. He had to go quite a ways. We'll see how this is scored. Looks like a hit. Masa Chilcutt with his second knock of the day. O'Neill playing on the shortstop side of the second base bag when all was said and done. Had to go a long way out of his normal position. Here's Cody Nidowitz. Ground out in the third, fly out in the fifth, and a walk back in the first inning. Nate can't quite backdoor that slider. The count is 1-1. It's that uncomfortable temperature outside where you're a little bit sticky because there's no breeze, but you're not quite sweating as there's a bunt drip down. Nice play by Nick. It does advance the runner. 1 out here in the 7th. This is not an easy play for Velasquez. Slow dribbling bunt. Makes the catch and transfers cleanly. Now Velasquez will toss his sunglasses off. Looks like he broke them on that play. Sunglasses snapped one of the arms off. That does go down as a sacrifice bunt for Cody Nidowitz because he moved the runner up. You can get a sacrifice on a bunt as long as somebody moves up. You cannot get a sacrifice on a fly ball unless somebody scores. One ball and no strikes. Kai Malt, 1 for 2 today with a single, an RBI, a ground out, and a hit by pitch. Two balls and no strikes. We'll have the stretch coming up here in a couple of outs. Pippins hoping to only trail by 3. Three balls and no strikes to Malt. Pretty athletic, playing center field. Has 3 sports of experience back in high school, but his best one was baseball. Takes the strike. The count moves to 3-1. Portland coming into the day, 7th in the West Coast League in batting average. Yakima Valley not far behind in 9th. Out to Garcia. Lewis drifting back. He's got a good arm. Tagging at second. Here comes Chilcutt to third. Good timing, just a little bit off the mark. Fly out moves up Masa Chilcutt. Kai Maltz is out number 2. So again, like I just said, not a sacrifice fly. A run did not score. But it essentially works the same because somebody moves up. MD Connor ahead in the count 1-0. Yakima Valley actually better in the run scoring category than the Portland Pickles, having scored 248 times coming into the night. Portland only 235. They got off to that slow start. Yakima Valley has doubled up Portland in errors, though. 66-46. Two balls and a strike after the breaking ball. Backdoor? No. 3 balls and a strike. A walk puts runners at the corners for Elijah McNeil. Down the left field line, fair ball. A 5th run comes home for Portland. M.D. Connor rolls into second with a double. That's Connor's first hit of the night. It was shot 90 miles an hour down the line. So instead of runners at the corners for Elijah McNeil, it's a run home and a man in scoring position for Elijah McNeil. This is out to right. Malachi towards the line, running out of room. Foul. Went crashing into the short fence over there by the picnic deck. Ended up losing the baseball. He says he's all right. Kind of shaking out that right arm. Let's see the impact here. Right up against the netting and the gate. Malachi went a long way to try to haul that ball in. It is strike 1 to McNeil. Back up the box and down into center field. Connor rounds and he will score. A couple of runs on the board here in the top of the 7th for the Pickles. 4-game hit streak for Elijah McNeil. He's been on base twice already today.
Baseball fans, we do have a standing ball seat here at the Orchard. You are not allowed to cheer for the other team.
2 away, a man at first for Luis Castillo. 2 of Portland's 6 runs have been Castillo crossing the plate. He takes strike 1 from Carano. Castillo reached on a wild pitch strikeout in the 2nd and then doubled in the 4th inning and scored as a throw from Parker Burt went down to first to get Brady McKay and complete a strikeout. This is a throw down to second. It's off of O'Neill and into center field. Time going to be called here by Perry Schofield. He's going to say interference, and the inning will be over. Castillo leaned over the heart of the plate. I was surprised it wasn't called a little earlier, but his back foot is standing on home plate. Pretty easy call for the home plate umpire. And the side is retired. It's stretch time here at the Orchard. 6-1, Portland got 2 in the top of the 7th.
Drew, does the kids have their pipes warmed up too? Everybody on their feet, by the way. It is the middle of the 7th inning. We call it the 7th inning stretch. It's where everybody gets up to both ends. That 7th inning stretch brought to you by Pacific Northwest University. While our volunteers try on white coats today, PNWU students are preparing to wear their stripes. Training to serve rural and underserved communities across the Northwest. PNWU, growing the future of healthcare in your home. Now back for Yakima Valley, number 13, Levi.
Hope you enjoyed the stretch. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Levi Sotomayor, Malachi Emery Henderson, and Trey Godoy are the 3 scheduled to hit here in the 7th. The Pippins need 5 runs over the next 3 frames. Still pretty out there on the hill. No strikeouts, no walks for Pretty, but he did give up a run as Luis Garcia came home in the 6th inning. Levi today, 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Quickly 3-0 to Sotomayor. The Pippins need base runners. They got the leadoff man on in the 6th. There's a strike. Foul tip, and the count runs full. Cameron Fawcett started the game for Portland. On 66 pitches, he went 5 innings, giving up 1 hit. Pippins would not score until Pretty came into the game in the 6th. Ball 4 high and tight. Sotomayor is the leadoff man aboard.
Now heading to right fielder number 40, Malachi Emery Henderson.
Malachi Emery Henderson will hit as soon as McGordy gets done tying his shoe and fixing his gear. He also uses the time to ask home plate umpire John Perry Schofield where the pitch missed rather. A few folks have left, must not be staying for the movie afterward. My question is it going to be dark enough by the time they want to start? We had a 5:35 first pitch. It is Sunday. Usually you try to get out of the ballpark earlier than later on Sundays, especially knowing that Yakima Valley has an off day tomorrow before heading on to Walla Walla for the second trip to Borleski Stadium. West Coast League, not quite as many 1 o'clock starts as some other leagues. Although today, all of the North was done playing by the time we started our pregame. Connor almost lost that ball in the sun. He's looking up and saying, I don't think we should pick off anymore. Certainly turned to his dugout and said, I can't see. 2-1. Trey Godoy due up next. Pippins have drawn 5 walks tonight to go along with their 2 hits. Wave and a miss by Malachi. It's 2-2. It was the second hit of the game that was cashed in. Garcia singling to lead off the 6th. Called strike 3. Even though McGordy could not handle it, That is strikeout number 1 for the new pitcher, Pretty.
Please make some noise for the designated hitter number 4, Trey Godoy.
Trey Godoy, a walk and a fly out today. Back into the screen. No balls and a strike. Trey from UCLA. Saw quite a bit of time in the field down the stretch for John Savage and company. Was a part of that team that got upset in their home regional. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gus Musial doing some light tossing down in the Yakima Valley pen, only about halfway between the mound and the warm-up home plate. Gus pitched in an inning last night. Only threw 14 pitches. So he might be a candidate to be the first out of the pen if Carano is done. Godoy, mile high into very shallow left. Nidowitz has out number 2. That'll be up to Brandon Stone.
Your shortstop wearing number 9 tonight. The right side of the batter's box. Please welcome back Brandon Stone.
Stone today 0 for 1, drew a walk in the 5th inning. The first pitches of all these at-bats have been missing quite wild for Pretty, but then he dials it back in. Has somehow found 5 outs that he's gotten so far, despite giving up a single and a walk. Stone into his dugout, or right off the facade. One pitch.
Let's go, Brandon.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Let's go, Brandon.
Stone was a all-star here in the state of Washington his senior year of high school, committed as a pitcher to Wazoo. Nearly plunked up near the head. 3-1. Has not been pitching during the summer, as you see the near miss. Ball 4, second walk that Brandon Stone has drawn. Back to the top of the order for Yakima Valley. This will bring out one of the coaches for Portland to have a quick visit. Some scores that we were watching earlier on tonight. It's the bottom of the 9th inning in Corvallis. The Walla Walla Sweets lead at 9-1. And so that's a good score for both of these teams. Although, if you're Yakima Valley or if you're a West Coast League fanatic, you'd rather see the Pippins win tonight to make it a very close race between 3rd and 5th place in the overall standings. Top of the 7th inning in Bend. Are you ready for this over there on the other side of the wall? 25-0 Richfield on top of the Elks. Now it's 26. They just scored. 26 runs on 23 hits. Bend has no runs on 6 hits. Oh my. That's one of those scores like after your favorite football team wins and you load up College Football 27, turn the settings to the easiest setting. Ridgefield started the second half 0-10. They got their first win last night. Now they're really working off some of the frustration. 1-1 to Tyson Miller. The other score in the South, much tamer, bottom of the 8th inning in Salem. The Springfield Drifters lead it 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Tyson today 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs and a line drive to the shortstop. Miller out to left. Nidowitz was playing in. He's still going back, but he will make the grab. The leather for Portland looking good tonight. Pippins still without that second run. To the 8th we go, 6-1.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Top 8 here in Yakima. The sun continues to set off towards the Cascade Range. I'll be headed that direction after the game. Going to go out towards Seattle for the off day, have some fun, and come back Tuesday ready to go for Walla Walla. Nathaniel Carano still out there for the Pippins. The Los Hernandez Tamales jerseys that they won in the first time they wore them, not having quite the same success. Brady McKay leads it off here in the 8th inning. He takes a pitch just a touch in for ball 1. Don't listen to our PA. He said Hound came into the game. There's a little bit of a height difference between Nathaniel Carano and Hound Tanaka. Hound's only about 5'7". Hound's listed at 5'11". Hate to say it, Hound, you might be a little generous there. Carano's listed at 6'4". I'm just giving Hound some crap. Out to center field. Out number 1. Hound's closer to 5'11". He stood in front of me while we were watching the World Cup final earlier today, and it was like, Hound, you're blocking my view. Here's Tyson McGroarty. First pitch, foul. Walla Walla beating Corvallis. That helps out both of these teams. Corvallis could potentially drop down to 4th place if Portland wins. They would be tied for 3rd place, actually. Oh no, Corvallis is 20-19. Portland would take over in 3rd place if they can hold this score. If Yakima Valley could win, then it would be a game separating all of them. Corvallis at 20-19, Portland at 19-19, Pippins at 19-20. Pippins going to need a 5-run comeback if that is going to happen. Walla Walla continues to roll in the second half. They're now 10-5. Trying to lock down the second half title. Three balls and 2 strikes. McGroarty today 0 for 2. He also walked and scored back in the 2nd inning. Check swing, no swing. First walk issued by Nathaniel Carano. 1 down, 1 on. Here's Caleb Duncan. Oh, speaking of Hound Tanaka, there he is down in the bullpen, not throwing yet. Gus Musial is the one throwing off towards his right or left. Can't quite see him with the netting. Oh, 1. Carano about to throw his 72nd pitch. His night nearing an end. Blocked away from Parker Burt. He did keep it in front, but it got too far away. McGroarty advances on the wild pitch. Two balls and 1 strike. Carano's longest outing on the season was 5 innings. Pippin's trying to get him through 4 tonight. Line shot, caught! What a play! Jay O'Neill lays out and robs Caleb Duncan of a hit. 90 off the bat. What a play by O'Neill. Masa Chilka at the top of the Portland Pickles order. The score continues to balloon down there in Bend. It's Ridgefield 30, Bend 0. It was 10-0 after 3 innings. Ridgefield got 4 more in the top of the 4th. They've scored 12 runs in the top of the 7th inning. $30 runs on 25 hits for the Raptors. Holy smokes. This one will find a hole. Tyson has it. He'll put a strong throw in to keep the runners at the corners. 2-out single for Masachilka. Coach Crustangel out of the dugout. Looks like he will be making a pitching change. No signal yet. I think he's going to ask Carano how he is. Nope, there's the claps. Asks for the ball and now makes the motion to the bullpen. Los Hernandez Tamales will have a new pitcher when we come back. It's a 6-1 score as Carano exits the game.
College summer ball is a blast. Playing baseball and going all over the Pacific Northwest is beautiful in the summertime. Great league, fun cities to travel to, great weather, fun ballparks. Give me kind of like a taste of what it was like to play professional baseball with the schedule, playing every day, taking long bus rides. Made a lot of good friends on those teams, and a couple big leaguers on my team. Matt Duffy, Matt Boyd. You get to meet guys from all over the country, come together for a couple months in the summertime. All try to get better and push each other, and a lot of good memories looking back on that summer in Corvallis.
Fuel the adrenaline is coming out now.
Yeah, his hands are on the mound.
He was a key piece of our club that season, and he was one of the most talented, if not the most talented position player on the field at that time. And Mitchie, he was going through some early struggles, mostly due to the fact that his lower back was tight and sore all the time. And coming off his freshman season at Cal Poly, he was shy.
Who was your first kiss?
I don't even remember.
We had a pink bat day, a breast cancer awareness day. Next thing you know, Mitch comes up and he hits one out of the park, and he ended up not letting go of that pink bat for a couple of weeks. I mean, I think he went on a tear, maybe 5 or 6 home runs in the next 10 or 12 games, and it was really neat to see kind of that turnaround, and kind of came out of his shell a little bit more.
Yeah, summer ball days, it's hard to get your hands on a good bat, so once you got one, just ride with it. We were blessed to play, OSU and Corvallis, and what a great, little college town that was, and it just prepares you for professional baseball. I think it was such a valuable experience for me to go through in college, and it definitely helped me in the minor leagues.
Gus Musial into the game for the Yakima Valley Pippins after Nathaniel Carano exits. Gus pitched in last night's game, pitched in the 7th inning, giving up no hits, no runs, only 1 walk in an inning. He threw 14 pitches, and so going at it on back-to-back nights here. Musial only needs 1 to get out of this 8th inning. We'll see if Yakima Valley elects to keep him in the game for the 9th. Runner taking off for second. Parker will just keep it in his pocket. Nathaniel Carano throws 77 pitches. Came in the 5th. Going 3 2/3. 2 balls and no strikes here to Cody Nidowitz. Over that time for Carano, giving up 5 hits. As of right now, 2 runs, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. The 2 men on base are the responsibility of Nathaniel Carano. Good location. It's 2 2. Musial trying to keep the inherited runners off the board. Pippins will have 6 outs to work with to try to score at least 5 runs. Count runs full. First base is open. You've got McGroarty at third base on the called strike 3. Musial works out of the side, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Yakima Valley needs 5.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Bottom 8 here at County Stadium. It is still Pretty on the hill. Connor Pretty has worked 2 innings and to this point has only given up 1 run to the Pippins. He has 40 pitches or close to that to his name. And he'll be facing 2, 3, and 4 in the Yakima Valley order. Softy baseballs flying from the main press area. Folks on hand here waiting to see a post-game movie. Angels in the outfield will be shown on the outfield grass. That's kind of a fun comparison. Luis Garcia leads it off. He's 1 for 2 today. Single and a run scored. He strokes one into center field. Malt will let it drop. Another 2-hit performance for Luis Garcia. He's got a double-digit hit streak thanks to a single in the 6th, now adding on to it here in the 8th.
The third baseman now, number 17, USC Trojan, Nick Velasquez.
Here comes Nick Velasquez, a single in the 1st inning. Garcia at first and Velasquez in the box represent all 3 hits for Yakima Valley tonight. On the ground to third. Chilcutt going to have 1 play. A big stretch by Connor. 1 away. Garcia moves up to second.
Future catcher, number 25, Parker Burns.
Not an easy play for Chilcutt. This ball has some reverse spin. What an athletic move by Connor at first. I don't know that I'd be able to do that if I stood over there at the bag. Maybe at one point in my life, but certainly not now. Did it go? No, says Derek Dunbar. 1 ball and no strikes to Burt. Today 0 for 2. He has the lone RBI tonight. One and one. Pippins do have a right-hander warming in their bullpen. Looks like John Witt has a baseball, maybe trying to get him an outing just to keep his arm fresh. With the off day tomorrow, you can get away with that. He'll have at least one day off before the first game of the Walla Walla series. Parker to third. This rides up the arm of Chilcutt, and everybody will be safe. Burt aboard for the second time today. First error of the night for the Pickles.
Number 7, the real deal, Run Rebel J. O'Neal.
Tough hop for Chilcutt over there at third. Jay O'Neal with 2 aboard and only 1 out. To center field, Malt broke in, but he will make the catch. Everybody stays put for Yakima Valley, and there are 2 away.
Now batting the first baseman, number 13, Levi Sotomayor.
This is one of the few nights at the ballpark that I think it's actually gotten warmer as we've gone along. We started at 90 degrees. I can't speak to how warm it was an hour ago because I wasn't looking, but it says 89 right now, so things really haven't changed. One ball and no strikes to Sotomayor. He's been on once today, drew a walk in the 7th inning. In the 9th, Portland will have 3, 4, and 5 due up, trying to add on to this 5-run lead. Out of play down the left field line. Bounces into the parking lot. I went and walked around over there at one point. I couldn't find any baseballs, so either somebody had already picked them up, which is the most likely occurrence, or there's some sort of monster out there that grabs all those baseballs from us. Time going to be called. This is a violation on Pretty. So it'll be 2-1. Pretty did not deliver the pitch in time. Wave and a miss, 2 balls and 2 strikes. You've got Garcia at second base. Parker Burt at first after reaching on an error. Parker's been on base quite a bit in this series, but only a couple of hits. Now, when he got those hits, they were both big. A 3 RBI double and a 2 RBI single. Sotomayor on the infield. This is into foul territory. Chilcutt makes the catch. Yakima Valley strands 2 more. And we go to the 9th inning. It's a 5-run ball game as the Pickles try to take the series.
Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
John Witt takes to the hill for Yakima Valley, and in a 5-run contest, just trying to hang a 0. The Pippins will need 5 to tie, 6 to walk it off. Witt not in a save situation, although he does lead the team, obviously, in saves with 8. He's still up in the top 5 in the West Coast League. On the season, a 4.58 ERA in 17 2/3 innings, 17 strikeouts to 7 walks. He's only given up 9 earned runs. Opponents are hitting .243 against John Witt. He has to face 3, 4, and 5 in the Portland order. Ridgefield on top big over Ben, 31-0. Walla Walla, in case you missed it, beat Corvallis, taking that series. They are scorching hot going into the off day tomorrow, and the third and final series of the summer with the Pippins starting on Tuesday. Corvallis losing helps both of these teams. It keeps the race close, but Portland is going to be able to gain a spot on Corvallis. The Pickles will be 20-18 unless the Pippins can walk it off. The Knights are 20-19 now. Yakima Valley in danger of dropping to 18-21. Which, even though Corvallis drops a game, Pippins had a chance to gain a game with the loss by the Knights. Game's not over by any means. Pippins have the ability to rally. Kai Malt down to his final strike here in the 9th. You've got the bottom third in the order due up in the bottom of the 9th. Malachi Emery Henderson, Trey Godoy, and Brandon Stone. It all starts with John Witt hanging a 0. Just off the plate, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Witt looking for his first strikeout. It's a rope down the line, fair. All the way into the corner, it clangs off the fence. Kai Malt has his second hit of the night. It's a leadoff double here in the 9th. One of those that if you're John, you're hoping the wind gusts up quickly and blows it foul. 94 off the bat of Kai Malt. Another hard hit ball. Malachi will gather it, and he will get it in quick enough to prevent the run from scoring. Runners at the corners after back-to-back hits to start the 9th inning. Not the way you wanted to start if you're Yakima Valley, as Portland immediately has a scoring threat trying to pad to their lead. Elijah McNeil, an RBI single back in the 7th inning. Runner off from first. The throw going to go down to second. Jay can't handle it, and a run will score. 7-1. The pitch was a strike. Pippins were going to try to gun down the run at home. They had Jay in front of the bag on purpose. Out of play. It is 0-2. Goes down as a couple of stolen bases. Malt ends up at home. Connor steals second. Grounder, foul. This one was on the correct side of the chalk line. MD Connor in scoring position. The Pickles have some insurance here in the ninth. Another one foul down that line. McNeil has struck out once tonight. Was back in the second inning. Grounder through the hole. Stop sign put up at third. Runners will be at the corners with nobody out. 3 straight hits to start the inning for Portland. Seven runs on now 12 hits for the Pickles. 1 run on 3 hits for Yakima Valley. Here's Luis Castillo. Trying to get a big swing off there. 0-1. Double play is in order. As Castillo steps out, something appears to have broken, maybe his chain. Came unclasped anyway. He's able to get it back together. Out to right. If it's fair, it's gone. This is foul. Castillo's 2 home runs at this ballpark last year were out to left. He tried his hand at the short porch. Could not keep it inside the pole. Runner off from first. Pitches a ball, and the count is 1-2 after the stolen base. Witt looking for that first punch out. Enough to stay alive for Luis Castillo. Approaching the 3-hour mark in this game. Pippins are going to need a rally in the bottom of the ninth to try to take the series. Souvenir to the stands, and we'll do it again. Two balls and 2 strikes. Witt looking for that first out any way he can get it here in the ninth. Corners are pinched in. Count now full, first base unoccupied. Payoff. Got a piece of him. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Coach Crustangel looking down towards the bullpen.
Let's give it up for Henry, the bat boy.
Looks like he's going to step out and have a conversation with our home plate umpire. I would say he's stalling to try to get the bullpen going, but nobody's throwing. Couple of parting words for our home plate umpire, John Perry Schofield. Had to have just clipped the elbow guard. That's another one. It looked like Portland might have dipped an elbow a little bit closer to the path of the ball. Strike one to Brady McKay. There's a forced play anywhere.
When can we be a family again?
Hound Tanaka doing some light tossing against the mesh. 1 ball and 1 strike.
What if the tamales were the pen? Well, that's still kind of.
Down the line, foul.
Make some noise if you sat on a nachos tonight.
Wave and a miss, strike 3. Witt gets his first out here in the 9th. Now a double play sends us to the bottom half of the inning. One run already home. John trying to limit the damage that he has given up. Hound Tanaka now tossing off of the hill down in the bullpen. Right over the heart of the plate to Tyson McGroarty. 2 walks tonight for McGroarty. He's also grounded out a couple of times in his debut with the Pickles. One ball and 1 strike. Yakima Valley coming off the high last night of beating Portland for the first time since late June of 2024. Couldn't quite keep the momentum rolling into today. Anything's possible. 3 outs still to get for Portland's defense. Their bullpen is vacant, though, so it'll be Pretty, who has worked the previous 3 innings to try to slam the door. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Witt looking for a second strikeout victim. The count is full and the bags are loaded. There's nowhere to put Tyson McGroarty. There's a force play anywhere. You've got M.D. Connor at third, Elijah McNeil at second, Luis Castillo at first. Wave and a miss, strike 3. Couple of punch outs for John Witt. Last chance for more insurance for Portland is Caleb Duncan.
We would relish another strikeout at this point.
Duncan so far today, 2 RBI triple back in the 2nd inning, and then he was out number 3 in that frame, trying to come home and turn the triple into an inside the park home run. He was also hit by a pitch, struck out, and lined out. Strike 1 to Duncan.
We can get Caleb Duncan just to swing 2 more times and miss. Caleb, there's a buy one, get one Jersey Mike scoop on in there for you.
Up on the right side, this is into the stands.
All right, yeah, just one more strike. One more swing and miss, and we all get a BOGO Jersey Mike's soft coupon tonight. I mean, who wants to be the hero? Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's.
Duncan down in an 0-2 hole.
Jersey Mike's.
Witt looking to strike out the side. He did it. A run comes across, but 3 punch-outs for John Witt. To the 9th inning we go for Yakima Valley's offense. They need 6 to tie, 7 to walk it off.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Our next broadcast of Yakima Valley Pippins baseball will be on Friday, the 24th of July. Corvallis in town for the first of a 3-game weekend series. That's also the start of our final homestand of the summer. It's a 6-gamer featuring Corvallis and Springfield. First pitch is at 6:35, and the pregame coverage will be at about 6:20. Malachi Emery Henderson leads it off. Wave and a miss. Strike 1 against Pretty. Malachi today 0 for 3, a couple of flyouts and a strikeout. One ball and 1 strike. Pippin's going to need a big rally. Starts with Malachi here, ahead in the count 2-1. Over the course of a couple of innings, Yakima Valley came back from 5 down against the Ridgefield Raptors a couple of Thursdays ago. But that was the 7th and the 8th innings. Malachi has a good start, though, as he deposits it into right field. He's not satisfied with a single. He's going to try for 2 and have it standing up. Leadoff double for Malachi, and if you're going to start a rally, that's how you do it. Emery Henderson picks up his first hit. That's only the 4th knock for Yakima Valley today. Trey Godoy is 0 for 2 today with a couple of flyouts and a walk. There's left-handed action up in the Portland bullpen. 1 ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes to the California native. Man in scoring position. Pippins looking for their second run of the night. Close take, but Trey will be ahead in the count, 3-0. Brandon Stone waits on deck for Yakima Valley. 3-1. The left-hander tossing for Portland appears to be Alex Buchanan from Castle Rock, Washington. Ball 4 to Trey. 2 men aboard, nobody out.
Now number 9, Brandon Stone. We've got some more times off joining. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Let's build something.
Infield getting together for Portland, maybe trying to buy some time for Buchanan to warm up. Brandon Stone today has gotten on base twice, a couple of walks, and a strikeout looking. Visit over. I do not see Jim Hopple yet out of the Portland dugout, so it looks like Pretty will remain.
Keep them spinning. Keep them spinning. Keep those tarts. Justin, we got our tarts off mom over here. Way to go, tarts off mom. Grandma.
Ball 1. McGroarty has been a brick wall behind the dish today. Not much has gotten away from him.
I don't know if we've seen a strike since the tops came off. Keep it going. It's discombobulating.
Back up the middle, a double play opportunity. There's one. McNeil will hold it. A little bit of a bobble by McKay. Runners are at the corners with one out. It's almost snuck through the legs of McKay. It probably would have played it a run. Stone aboard for the third time today. Here's Tyson Miller. Ball 1. Miller today 0 for 4. 2 ground outs, a line out, and a fly out. Above the zone, 2-0. Check to first. Tyson back, or rather, that's Stone. Tyson's in the box. Connor Pretty's longest outing of the summer was his most recent. July 10th at Ridgefield, he went 3 innings. He's through 3 now. He's pitched 3 1/3 in relief of Cameron Fawcett, who's in line for the win, if this score would remain. Buchanan finishing up his warm-ups down in the Portland bullpen. Tyson couldn't quite pull the trigger. 3-1. Ball 4 to Miller.
I think it's working. The more cups come out, the more balls get thrown, the more tamales on base.
Luis Garcia with a chance to really get into this game. Pippins have 4 hits. 2 of them are off of his stick. Jim Hopple going to make his way out to the hill and This might be the end of the line for Connor Pretty. Buchanan tosses one final pitch down there, and it looks like Hop will be taking the ball from Pretty.
Just ignore the tartan. Just ignore the tartan. I can't do it.
No motion made yet down to the bullpen. Pretty arguing he wants to stay in, and he will.
I can't see straight, coach.
Buchanan going to go back to the bench down in the bullpen and grab a drink of water. Big opportunity here for Garcia.
Adjust your shirts to the off position. Please squarely above your head and twirl hustling.
Foul ball, strike one. Fawcett went 66 pitches. His reliever, Pretty, is now up to 68. One ball and one strike. Leading the way on the base paths is Malachi Emery Henderson, who started this inning with a double. 1-2 to Garcia. A two-hit day today, extending his hitting streak to 10. One out on the board. Pippins trying to rally. Staying alive, Garcia. He'll see another pitch. Nick Velasquez waiting on deck. Parker Burt waiting in the hole. Pippins' three most capable bats, you would say, based on home run numbers and RBI. Everybody's capable, of course. But these three, Garcia, Velasquez, and Burt, have really emerged as the main that hit in these type of situations. Just enough. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Grandmas coming together, ready and Irish tamales. Let's do this!
A touch off the plate. The count will be full to Garcia. That's a good eye by Lewis in the box. Nowhere to put Garcia. Into the screen, we'll do it again. Pretty still has 92 in the tank. Lewis putting up a good fight. This will be pitch number 9 of the at-bat. Called strike 3. Pretty with some words, and now a point going up by Derek Dunbar. He is officially warning the reliever.
We're going to lead up to our third baseman, number 17. Bring some big energy for USC Trojans.
Pretty's got a lot of moxie out there. He's getting close to getting in trouble for it. He had a huge display out towards Garcia after he struck him out. See it right there. Derek Dunbar immediately pointing at the reliever and then going to his memo pad. Jim Hopple getting the explanation. I think McKay's out there telling his reliever right now behind the pitcher's mound that he needs to make sure he reins in his emotions before this final out.
Yes, Coach, you are allowed to pull your tarp off as well.
Jim Hopple having a pretty heated discussion with Derek Dunbar. It's getting intense here in the late parts of this Sunday game.
All right, they're trying to slow your roll. They're trying to quiet this stadium down. Don't let it happen.
Here's Nick Velasquez. Off the end of the bat, Pretty, the throw, Pickles win. Portland comes into Yakima, takes 2 out of 3. It was a tense moment despite a 6-run game here at the end. But the Pickles are victorious in this 3-game set. Yakima Valley winning the middle of the 3 games. We wrap up at 8:53 p.m. here in Yakima. Final score in this one, Portland 7, Yakima Valley 1. The Pippins only 4 hits on the night. Portland ended up with 12. There were base runners everywhere. The Pippins had them loaded, and that slow roller off the bat of Velasquez almost worked to play to run. Off day tomorrow, and then we head down to Walla Walla on Tuesday. Until that time, I'll sign off for now. For everyone involved with the Pippins, especially with my broadcast crew, Shay and Marcos, I'm Harmon Johnson, signing off today, saying stay safe, have a wonderful rest of your night, enjoy the off day tomorrow, and we'll talk to you down in Walla Walla on both YouTube and Mixler, 6:35 p.m., first pitch from Borleski Stadium. Final score in this one, Portland 7, Yakima Valley 1. The Pickles take the series, and we will talk to you on Tuesday night. Have a great night, everybody.